Ever notice how some people seem to thrive on testing you? They cut you off mid-sentence, throw out those fake little jokes that sting, or act like your time and feelings don't matter at all. And the world expects you to just smile, laugh it off, and keep the peace. But why should you? If you're tired of swallowing disrespect, this is your moment. Because what I'm about to share are raw, brutally honest, and maybe even slightly savage ways to handle people who cross the line, without losing your cool and without sacrificing your self-respect. By the end of this, you'll have every tool you need to make it crystal clear where your boundaries stand. Here's the first one, the silent stare. Not yelling, not snapping back, not wasting breath, just looking at them. Calm, steady, unbothered. Sounds too simple? Trust me, it works better than anything else. Because people who disrespect you are fishing for a reaction. They want you to stutter, to get flustered, to break. But when all they get is your silence and your unwavering stare, the power flips. Suddenly, they're the ones squirming. I once sat in a meeting with a guy who kept cutting me off. Every time I opened my mouth, he bulldozed over me like his voice was the only one that mattered. After trying politely to interject, I stopped. I leaned back, folded my arms, and just looked at him. No blinking, no frown, no words. Just 5 long seconds of eye contact. And guess what? He stumbled. He got nervous. The room noticed. And from that moment on, he didn't interrupt me once. That stare carried more weight than any argument ever could. See, the silent stare isn't just a tactic. It's a declaration. It's saying, I won't play your game. I won't let you drag me into your chaos. And the beauty of it is, it reminds you just as much as it reminds them. You don't owe anyone your reaction. Sometimes the most powerful no is delivered without a single word. And if you want to take it even further, try silence itself as your response. When someone throws shade or takes a jab, let their words hang in the air. Don't defend, don't explain, don't give them the satisfaction of your energy. Just let that silence do the heavy lifting. People who thrive on disrespect expect pushback. They need it to validate themselves. But when you give them nothing, it's like cutting off their oxygen. I once had someone make one of those just kidding digs at my expense. Instead of laughing nervously or firing back, I raised an eyebrow and said nothing. The pause was brutal. He fidgeted, mumbled, and backed down. And you know what? He never tried that again. That's the magic of silence. It starves disrespect. But silence doesn't just protect you from others. It protects your peace. Because the second you stop defending every decision, every choice, every move you make, you're free. You don't owe explanations for why you live the way you do. Yet people act like they deserve a breakdown of your every step. They don't. The next time someone asks, but why? Try answering with the simplest, most liberating response. Because I wanted to. Nothing more. I learned this the hard way when I left a stable job for something riskier, but more fulfilling. Suddenly, everyone was grilling me. Why would you give up security? How are you going to make it? At first, I tried to explain. But the more I explained, the more people poked holes. Then one day, I stopped. When someone asked why I left, I simply said, because I wanted to. The silence that followed? Priceless. That was the moment I realized my choices didn't need anyone else's approval. And sometimes, no matter how many tactics you try, the only real solution is distance. Because not everyone deserves front row access to your life. If someone consistently drains you, disrespects you, or makes you feel small, why keep them close? Protecting your energy doesn't make you cold, it makes you wise. I once had a friend who turned every conversation into an insult disguised as humor. For years I brushed it off, until I realized I dreaded being around them. So I quietly pulled back, saw them less, gave them less of me. And with that space, I felt lighter, freer, more myself. Sometimes the best way to handle disrespect is simply to stop giving people the opportunity to dish it out. And through it all, there's one thing that never fails: holding your head high. It's classic, it's simple, but it's unstoppable. Disrespect thrives on making you shrink, on lowering your eyes, hunching your shoulders, doubting yourself. But the moment you stand tall, chin up, eyes forward, you're untouchable. I've lived it. I used to let comments make me fold inward. Until one day, I decided not to. I walked into the room head high, unshaken. And the digs? They slid right off me. People sense when they can't reach you anymore. And when they can't reach you, they lose their power. That's the real secret here. Disrespect only works if you hand over your energy. But when you set boundaries with silence, distance, and confidence, you're not just handling disrespect, you're dissolving it. You're living on your terms, not theirs. So the next time someone crosses the line, remember this. You don't need their approval, their validation, or their understanding. You don't owe them explanations, reactions, or your energy. What you owe to yourself is respect. Stand tall, embrace the power of silence, and never be afraid to walk away from anyone who doesn't see your worth. Because the truth is, respect always starts with you.